This is our last podcast before the election.
Ooh.
Exactly. So spooky enough, right?
Yeah, right.
So just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on what you think, because you said you watched the last debate, right? The only one who hasn't is Jen. She doesn't watch it, but she doesn't pay as much attention to politics.
Maybe Jen doesn't like having like the blood vessels on her forehead start to swell.
No, I don't.
I take all of that on for her, and then I just explain it to her later.
You're like the force field that absorbs all of the bullshit that goes on.
Politics stresses me out, and my goal is to get rid of stress. So I am steering clear of things that are stressors.
Mm-hmm. Well, then avoid. I would say, then, Let Ian filter all the bullshit, and then when it comes through him as like his interpretation, it's less annoying.
See, I'm trying to do it for both of y'all because I think you have about the same approach, Dan. That you are like when I start talking to you about it, I can tell that you're like, all right, but then halfway through you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. Like that's crazy. Yeah. There's a couple things that I've got you on.
Yeah.
But that you're like, oh fuck, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess my background's different. I went to nationals in high school in debate, and then they called me back to be a debate judge for the senior class after I graduated. Mm-hmm. So I got to judge debates. I was immersed in it. I learned the structure. I learned the concepts. And what I want to see is an actual debate, and I don't give a shit who's up there. Yeah. Like, I don't care who it is. I don't care what platform they're on. I don't care what the policies are. I just want to see a debate done.
So from that, coming from that background, you don't care if it's a presidential debate or a debate on ramen noodles,
right?
Or it's just like basically by the structure of it. Like I get
structured, thought out debate, and that to me is exciting.
Now, taking out that part of it. What did you think? Because obviously it's a debate with Trump.
We never get that.
But you know what I mean? Like taking out the fact that it's a presidential debate, it's a debate with Trump and also Biden, who doesn't know where he is or whether or not he has shit in his diaper at any point. So taking out your structural part of it, what is your opinion of what happened?
They both kind of trading places. I'd say like that movie Trading Places, where I'm in your body, you're in my body, but I'm the same person. Like, so it's kind of a little
like Freaky
twist
Friday.
on that in the sense that from the last, and honestly, these are shit debates because they aren't tackling topics.
So who's Lindsay Lohan?
That's not what's supposed to happen. So but what I would say is I saw Biden on the offensive a little more, and I saw Trump being less interrupted.
No, I mean Trump doing this
of a character shift.
Yeah.
Away from the last debate where it was completely the opposite.
Yeah, I think, and I was talking to you about this, and I was talking to you about this last week on the podcast. But I think Trump's his tactic for the first one was very combative, obviously, and I think he was trying to do that to elicit a response from Biden that would, because if you notice, anytime he's been asked about his son and the dealings with China and the money and Russia and all that, he's immediately He's immediately exactly. Where does it come? It comes from China.
China. You did that well.
Yeah, you need to find like a Trump wig and like come up like do a little bit of an impression, because that was pretty good. I try to all the time, but it didn't work.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Wow,
it was a tremendous idea. But,
it was so tremendous.
I run the podcast. Okay, not you.
He's kind of like mafia when you think about it.
You're like if Joe Pesci was orange.
If Joe Pesci was the orange M&M.
But no, I think because if you look back at a couple things that Biden is, anytime you ask him about his son and all of his dealings, or anytime you ask him about kind of press him, he comes back assertive, and he was about to challenge. I think he challenged one of his supporters, the people asking him questions, to do push-ups. Like, it was just ridiculous. It was just ridiculous. No, Biden, not Trump. Trump would just say you're ugly and you look like Rosie O'Donnell.
He was just trying to promote healthy in 2020.
So there's been enough times where Biden has made gaffes and done stupid things. So I think Trump was trying to elicit that response, and it worked to a point. But I think on this one, he knew that he had to like scale it back. And there were a couple times where you could see he was gonna like interrupt, and he's like, "Nope. I'm not gonna do that. That's not my thing." You could see him make faces, like, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I like this one where he rolls his eyes. He's like,
yeah, he was like, "You've got to be kidding me," when he's talking about some stupid whatever.
Yeah,
but the funniest part about it weren't any of the like the big one-liners. It was, and it's something that I talked to you about earlier. It was when I think Trump said. I think he said, like, "Oh yeah, like, where are you getting all this money?" Like, blah blah blah, kind of talking about, you know, his son and talking about China and all that stuff. And then Biden goes, "Where's this guy come from? Where does he get these ideas from?" And you just see Trump go, "Queens," like. Queens. It goes to explain how coherent. Like the coherency of both of them. Like you can see that Biden is not, he can't even ask the question or propose a question to the American people, which he likes to look at and look straight into the camera and, like, you know, point, which we talked to. Yeah, exactly. Like, but it doesn't even point out that he's like so fake and doesn't realize what he's doing, but he also can't even ask the question right. And Trump, not even talking, immediately, like, is hearing what he's saying, and he's like, "Oh no, Queens." Like, so he's not only just making a joke, but he's so in tune with what the other person is saying, not even just himself, that it's like, dude, like, it's not even a question of, like, who's more coherent.
That's like you last night with mayonnaise.
Yeah, shut up.
If we're gonna get into that in a minute.
But no, I think
Walk right into that, Darian.
What? What?
You walked right into that one. You set yourself up for that.
No, I did. But still, like, I think it's funny, just even on that bait. Not even just the comeback, but I think if you dissect that, like, the coherency of the two of them is blatant.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trump's a dick, whatever, but
I had to follow up because this makes my blood pressure rise to unhealthy levels and but along those lines, both of you guys, if you could pick somebody somewhat kind of famous, right? Like somewhat of a celebrity to be president, who would it be? And
not
why?
Kanye West.
Well, that's a not. I was gonna say, not Kevin Spacey, obviously, but well,
the only reason why I'm saying that is because Kanye went on Rogan and was talking, because he's still trying to be president, right?
Oh God, really?
Yeah, it was a 3-hour podcast where in the first 50 minutes Rogan talked for 5 of those minutes. Like, Kanye literally is just one stream of consciousness that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, he was more coherent this time than any other time that I've heard him talk, I will say. But still, like, what? Like, your brain is full of cats.
I'm picking Harrison Ford for president.
Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But dude. Harrison Ford in what character from what movie as president?
Air Force One. Air Force One. He was on.
Air Force One. Yeah. Well, duh. Okay.
Air Force One. Like, yes,
yeah.
That guy right there. What about Rocky?
You want Sylvester Stallone to be president?
No, not Sylvester Stallone. Rocky.
Okay.
Like the character of Rocky.
But that's the character.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just literally want a boxer to go up there? Like, are you saying Mike Tyson should be?
Mike Tyson.
That'd be great.
As president.
Mike Tyson would be a great president for entertainment.
That's like when we had Arnold running for governor.
Yeah.
He was our governor?
Yeah, I like to block that out.
He's gonna lower taxations.
I'm just gonna take every situation and make sure that I
my way through it.
I've got a head on, and I just punch it in the face.
You just punch all of our problems in your face.
Well, I'm just gonna figure out who's the worst person alive, and that's who I don't want president. And there's a lot of them, so I don't know how to.
Wait, you said who's the best or who's the worst?
I was saying who's the best. Like, who do you guys think would make a good, like, someone famous person to be in charge of the U.S.?
I don't know.
Because he's in all my favorite movies.
Yeah.
She's got a crush on him.
Maybe like somebody like creepy and intense, like Joaquin Phoenix.
I would say maybe Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah.
He plays God really well.
Yeah.
Well, again, you're going off characters. I'm being serious now.
He has a calming
Yeah, Joaquin
voice.
Freeman would be great.
There's a bunch of reasons why, because it seems like he's very level-headed, and he comes at things with an accountable type of outlook, I guess. There's one big clip that I'm sure everyone has seen where someone is talking to him about race and talking to him about race relations and a lot of stuff like that. And he said, I think the guy was on like CNN or some interview, and he said, how do we solve the race problem in America? And he said, stop talking about it.
Yeah,
stop thinking about.
Yeah, I know that's
he
great.
said, stop thinking about.
I think also
he said, stop thinking about me as a black man, and I'll stop thinking about you as a white man.
Fucking perfect. And you know what? The thing too with Morgan Freeman is like he would provide a lot of just peace of mind and healing to our country, because every time I hear him, maybe there's other people like me that I just kind of get relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm like, Morgan Freeman's talking.
Okay, you've heard of the Calm app, right?
ASMR.
The
what?
Calm app?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so have you used it before?
No.
Okay, so I have it, and Morgan Freeman, there's a whole section on there where they have celebrity stories. So it's just a celebrity that is the voice of some story, and Morgan Freeman's on there. So you can literally fall asleep to Morgan Freeman talking. I can also fall asleep to Matthew McConaughey talking.
All right. Good night.
Be a lot cooler if you just fell the fuck asleep.
Wow.
No, but I again, that's not having anything to do with his policies or what he would actually do to govern, or because that's a large part of being a president.
Okay.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? Really? For that long? Okay, hold on one second.
Are you guys experiencing technical difficulties?
Yeah, it's because you have the Mac.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to pull audio from there and intermingle all the audio. Alright, so
Alright, we're back and good. Yeah, sorry, Dan. Are we good on all the... That one's off. Okay, hold on one second.
So Morgan Freeman, I could dig that, man. And I could also dig falling asleep to Morgan Freeman reading me a bedtime story.
You could actually get the app for free through certain insurances and through, I think, American Express. If you have American Express card. But yeah, if you go to the Calm app, they're running a whole bunch of specials this year because, 2020. So I got a year free of it.
Everyone's trying to be calm right now.
Yeah,
I'm trying to incorporate meditation into my life.
Yeah, but you're married to me.
There was an app called Sleep With Me, which sounds really kind of not what it was intended for.
Yeah, they probably should have named it something different.
It was a podcast called Sleep With Me, and this guy that sounds he just has a voice and he talks incessantly. And he just dribbles on about shit that doesn't matter at all and, never completes a thought. And just kind of is he sounds kind of like the dude from Caddyshack.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you talking about Bill Murray?
Yeah, he sounds like Bill Murray in Caddyshack. And he just talks for, hours and hours, and he has, 200 episodes of him just rambling about boring as fuck shit. And the thing is, you start playing that, and you're your brain comes in, and it's like, Hero, perfect. This guy, yeah, dude.
That's
awesome.
The dude from Caddyshack. I got the phone call.
With the gopher.
You see the gophers in his hands?
Oh, that's great. You want me to kill all the gophers? Well, they're over the key. Oh, no, you said gophers. Oh, I can manage that.
Here, want me?
Oh, yeah, that's great. So, yeah, he kind of sounds like this guy, and he just rambles on, and his podcast is called Sleep With Me. And so you put it on, and your brain tries to get into the podcast.
That sounds a little Me Too-ish.
So fucking boring.
Sleep
so boring.
with me.
Sleep with me, yes, I know. And it's like the least sexy thing you've ever heard. And he just rambles on, and before you know it, I kid you not, when I was having trouble getting to sleep, like 15 minutes of this dude just rambling about
because
nothing.
Because he was boring?
It's boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, real quick before this sound cut out and whatnot, what I was saying about Morgan Freeman is I think he's pretty unifying, and I think he's pretty open-minded and like level-headed. Again, like I said, basic policies and all that notwithstanding. But I think, having an outsider's opinion is good because, obviously we have so many people that are in politics right now that have been in politics forever that there's a level of corruption that's already in there. And why do you want someone
I think that's
like
just
that?
kind of what goes along with politics. That's how you get involved. That's how you move
up.
Isn't
that inherent to the position?
It is inherent because of what has happened. It is not inherent because that's how politics are supposed to be.
No, it's not how it's supposed to be, but that's how
long
it
can you be
is
a politician
happening.
before it becomes part of you?
I know. When you think about it, you kind of get sucked in, and then you have to make a decision in your life. Do I continue on the good path, or do I move up in my career, but by doing so, I'm becoming a little more corrupt? And what path do you take?
Right.
Yeah, I think. Well, obviously, just
Everyone
the fact
likes
of
money.
Just the fact of politics. It's in everything. Politics are in how I deal with you compared
how
to
you deal with me.
Well, you want to take it at that, but I meant like how I interact with you, how I decide what I decide to say to you. I call you a turd all the time, but I'm not going to
call you a turd nugget.
But I'm not going to call you, a bitch ever.
Yeah, you get socked in the balls for sure.
See Dan's face right now, exactly. So I'm not. There's politics in everything. The way I talk to Dan about certain things, the way I talk to my dad about things. There's political ways of speaking, but when you actually talk about being a politician, your whole world is always having to be almost fake.
That's what I'm saying. To me, if you were to ask what is the definition of a politician, I would say somebody that's acting 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that makes.
Someone that's full of shit is what it sounds like. Right?
Well, you think about it. If you are a politician, whether you're a politician from the local level, so you maybe a city council member, all the way up to president. So your whole life, a majority of it, your career, encompasses you and your constituents. So you have to. You are performing the whole time when you're in public, and you got to watch your back when you go out. If you're out with your spouse enjoying a night out, you're still acting because you have to make sure that if someone happens to see you or recognize you, you're not doing something wrong or that can be conceived wrong. So
you're not pulling a Daniel and getting drunk and putting a quarter down a guy's ass crack at a concert.
Yeah, I'm sure most politicians are not doing that.
They're probably doing worse.
Or maybe that's a politician in Kentucky. I don't know. I don't know what their standards are out there. They have a low bar.
He knows what to do with his money.
I'm thinking Louisiana, Kentucky, those southern states.
There might be a scene there that would
Florida for sure.
Hey,
Florida would have put me in for sure. They're like,
Florida man.
Why are we kink shaming anyone, people? It is 2020. We should not shame people for their sexual perversions, okay?
So are you saying Dan's perversion is putting coins down people's butts?
I am saying.
And touching male titties.
I am saying.
I just wanted to see what would happen if it would do anything.
Okay, if you are asking me if Dan is a pervert, yes.
Everyone, I think everyone has a level of pervert, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So what would be your percentage of pervertedness?
So anyways, guys, next topic that we're going to talk about here on the Till
What would
Death
be your percentage?
Percentage of pervertedness?
Yeah, is there a sliding scale to perversion, or is it like there? You just are not a pervert?
But I mean, that's all subjective though.
It is
because
subjective.
Because you know, someone that likes feet, I might think that's really, really perverted because I think that's disgusting and I hate feet and you should chop off everyone's feet because it's gross. But if someone likes feet, that's a pervert to me. But also, like, you know, on the scale of perversion, there's like people that like, you know, kids.
Yeah, so
and that's gross.
That's the thing
obviously.
Too. So, in your own eyes, what percentage are you?
I don't like feet.
Yeah, see, feet are gross.
I have homies that are into feet stuff, and I'm just like,
really?
Like,
I don't get that.
Like,
I don't get that.
Is the like doing this thing?
Yeah, like,
dude,
kind of
like
that.
Why? I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't like scrolled and like seen a weird like, you know, you get like the thumbnail, like the preview,
and you might be interested, but you're like,
and you see it's like, well, dude, it's all feet. What are you doing? Like, do like a little bit of this, like something, you know? But like,
kind of makes the word tube sock take on a whole new meaning, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know what? So, like, okay, this is still same realm that we're talking about, but just kind of jumping out for a second here. So, the show that is my favorite right now, the 600-Pound Life People. So, one of the ladies on there basically made a career out of herself being fat. And she literally got pretty wealthy from just eating and eating on camera. So there's people out there that will pay to see someone stuff their face.
Yeah, OnlyFans. That's what it is.
So, I mean, I think
anybody watches Diners, Drives, and Dives or whatever.
Wait, what about
Diners,
that?
Drive-ins, and Dives?
Wait, what about that show?
Anyone that watches that will watch her. Because fat and
people
grease.
Love to watch other people eat.
I like that show, but I like that show for a different reason. I like that because it gives me ideas on what to make food. Like, okay, we're going to squirrel a second here. So there was an episode that I saw a couple weeks ago, and you came in and saw it.
Of Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives.
Let me tell you. Oh, my God. The sandwiches that they had on there. Like, I'm blanking.
Oh yeah, no, they were really good.
Like, one was like a fried chicken sandwich, but just the ingredients and how it was made, I was like, oh, tell me more. Mm-hmm. Let me see that chicken again.
But would you feel the same way if this large woman was eating a sandwich?
I'd be actually repulsed. I don't like to watch
people. You wouldn't like
the
sandwich anymore.
No,
but it's the same sandwich.
I am actually disgusted watching people eat. Because I'm one of those people that, yes, I don't get annoyed by hearing someone chewing on the camera, Chris Martis. I just get annoyed if I'm sitting next to somebody and they may be loud eating.
Yeah, I don't like watching large people eat.
No, I don't like, you're watching someone shove food in their mouth. I don't care if you're skinny and attractive.
Yeah, fuck you right now, by the way, while you're sitting here.
That doesn't do anything.
You're not
like, if you
large.
had like a bucket of KFC right now and we're just like macking down on that, that's a whole different gross thing.
So you're saying I could make money just like snacking?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you gotta do, hey, this is a challenge for Dan. This is a healthy challenge. Nothing that would be bad for your health. You need to make a video of yourself eating and then showing your feet at the same time.
Dude.
We can get started anytime.
Oh, I forgot you have the grandpa sandals on.
Wait. At first I thought they were the toe sandals. What are those called? Not Crocs.
I wasn't going to show my feet on the internet.
No, the sandals that people started wearing like in CrossFit. Where it's like
the toe.
What the fuck are those called? Toe shoes, toe sandals?
Oh yeah, toe shoes that are weird. They're like socks with toes.
Yeah, but people started wearing them. I think they look like platypuses with them. But
and they like totally fuck up your feet.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were wearing.
He's basically wearing Crocs.
I'm not that stupid.
Wait, do you have a buckle on them?
Yeah.
Or are they Velcro? Oh God, they're Velcro.
River sandals. So I can walk in a river without taking them off, you know?
Okay, well, I understand that. You can wear those when you're camping.
He's got hippie Crocs on. That's what he's got.
But wait, you know what? It works for him because he's got the hair for it.
Dude, that was so quick. That's like so convenient,
do you shop at an organic store too? Do you like hemp products?
Yeah.
I know you have the ponytail.
Dude, he has a braid and fucking Jesus sandals. He shops at a health food store.
You shop at Whole Foods, don't you?
I'm going to start a poll any day now. And we'll just...
we got the next Koresh.
Lemonade is pretty tasty.
We'll make some good lemonade. We'll call it like the cult of internal peace.
There you go.
Inner vibration.
No, it'll be the cult of STD. Smooth talking Dan.
And giving me their money. It'll be great.
But I do have a question though. Please don't tell me you ever wear those sandals with white socks.
No.
Okay.
Thank God. Okay. But anyways, what were you just...
I don't even remember where we veered off.
I'm not a Philistine. What are you talking about? What kind of freaking retard would do that? First of all, your socks are going to get wrecked immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the socks. That's the problem.
Also, you don't wear socks with sandals. You just never do that. Like, I'm pushing that boundary, right? I understand that these are not good footwear. But at least I'm not wearing socks with them.
Step away from the boundary.
If your friends are like, hey, dude, let's go out for the night. Are you wearing those sandals?
Fuck no.
Okay, just checking.
Good.
Well, actually, yes, up until I leave the house.
Okay, that's fine. But when you leave the house, you've got normal shoes on.
So those are like your house slippers.
Okay.
Yeah, when I leave the house, I wear like New Balance or cowboy boots.
Okay, you need to get a pair of Vans.
That would have been crickets.
Okay, I'm gonna put crickets in there.
I'm not making it up, dude. I got great cowboy boots and New Balance are comfortable.
No,
are those your cowboy boots right there by your bed? Is that what I'm seeing back there?
Hold on.
Whose
boots? I thought I saw those when the dog was sniffing them.
Whose bed have your boots been under?
Goofing. Hell yeah.
New boot goofing.
Okay, you know what, babe? You're saying you wanted cowboy boots.
Yep.
Why?
Because I'm a man.
Are they actually comfortable?
Yeah.
You're lying.
They seem so uncomfortable.
No, they are really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would never get a pair. I imagine your feet just getting hot, sweaty, and them being uncomfortable.
So they just take a bunch of memory foam gel at the bottom.
God, you're wearing insoles.
Yeah, I wear insoles. What are you? It's comfortable, right, Dan? It's fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
We've entered middle age.
And this is coming from the guy that saw the light when he tried the New Balance shoes. After that, you guys are making fun of me for my
yes.
Yeah, and then I bought them. Shut up.
And then
he bought some, but they actually look like they're not New Balances.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to look like you're the biggest dork.
Yeah.
Wait.
You don't want to look like you wear those like long shorts with the shirt tucked into the fucking belt.
Wait, what color are your New Balances?
You don't want to look like a total dweeb, but they are comfortable at the end of the day.
What color are they?
Black.
Okay,
you're good. You're good.
I'm like, you're not wearing the stereotypical white.
White with like the blue outlined end.
With Velcro.
Okay.
My grandpa wore those.
No, those are grandma shoes.
Now,
he was in his 80s.
Real quick, before we get off of all this chunk of topic, which we were talking about, debate and election and who would be a president out of anyone, whatever. Before we leave this, the one question I want to ask of both of you is predictions for what's going to happen on November 3rd.
Super Tuesday.
Dan first. Who do you think is going to win, and why do you feel that way?
I feel like things could have gone vastly different if the DNC had done things differently leading up to this election, but they didn't. So it is what it is right now, and we're going to go from right now to what I think will happen after the election. Okay, I think Trump's going to win because of the landslide he won last time and the fact that he has made mistakes, but he's also done good things, and it's just that the opposition that is being brought to the incumbent is already been in office for 8 years, and I don't think people are very impressed with Biden for the most part. Yeah. But they're also not very impressed with Trump, so it's like, which piece of shit is going to be better? Well, how about the one
that has only had 3.5 years? You know what I mean? Like, he ain't done nothing. He's only had a little bit of time.
He's done some things good, and he's done some things bad, and both of them have. And, like, here's the thing. I think Trump's going to win again because of the record that he's already set of like, okay, our economy did better, in fact. And just the fact that we have a lot of like people in the Midwest and in big cities that make up a vast majority of voters. So I wouldn't be surprised if Trump wins, but I also think third party is going to have, maybe a 7% to 10% show up this election, unlike all the previous ones.
So you're talking like a Ross Perot kind of representation.
Green Party or Libertarian
and I'm not saying that to be like discounting. I'm saying Ross Perot was a pretty good third party. He was even enough to be on the debate stage with Clinton and Bush. Like that. That's a pretty big accomplishment, dude, for a third party.
I think third party's going to make a bigger splash this year than in previous ones. So whether it's Libertarian, Green Party, or whatever independent vote will show up more than they have in previous elections, except for Ross Perot.
I don't think Jo Jorgensen is the right libertarian candidate to actually get it done. I do think she has some good ideas, but I think I don't think she's represented well, and I think that is a singular thing. I think that's on her. She's just not representing herself well.
No, and Jo was nominated like recently, right? So if the Libertarian Party wanted to make a really strong option, they should have gotten a candidate sooner and worked on it sooner rather than, oh shit, we've got 4 months for the election. Jo, you're qualified. Let's try to get you in there now. Yeah. No, it should have been a thing a while ago. So we'll see. I think Trump's going to take it, but we'll see. I could be surprised.
I think that her social media and marketing and all that is a part of an election now was pretty much non-existent. Like the only thing that and I'm all over YouTube, I'm all over as much of this stuff as I can, especially because it is an election year. It is all what's going on right now. I try and pay attention to it because it's our country. It's where we live. It's what's going to affect us in some way for the next 4 years. So I've looked at a lot, and I the only person that I see her interviewing with is Dave Rubin, which I don't. Do you know Dave Rubin? The Rubin Report. He was a liberal, and he used to be on the Young Turks, which is like the most liberal you can get. And he's kind of he's a libertarian, and he's more conservative than he is liberal now, and he has his own show now. I think it's on the Ben Shapiro network and stuff, the Daily Wire. But he interviewed her, had her on for like a good 45 minutes, and like I tried as hard as I could to, because I like to think of myself closer to libertarian than I do actually full conservative. It's just Trump is the one that's representing that side, more than the other side, because there's, Jo Jorgensen, like I said, she's not. But she went on that show, and I listened to a couple of things she was saying, and she makes some good points, but it's just not enough. It needs to be someone else if that is going to be a contender at any point. You know what I mean?
And also, campaign is a little bit too little, too late, I'd say.
I equate her to Kanye only in the campaigning. Nowhere in ideas or talking or crazy. You have cats in your head.
Just in the structure of a campaign.
But just where you came at it. But before I give my opinion, which obviously is going to take a second, you?
Well, so I have a question first. So I've been seeing a lot more ads and commercials for targeting black people and stating, get out there and make sure your voice is heard and get out there and vote. Now, to my recollection, there was no talk of what side, Republican versus Democrat, that they were going after.
It's implied.
I assumed Democrat.
Yeah.
To me, and I don't mean this in any way to be disrespectful, but to me it came off in a funny way because the scenes that they show with the peaceful protest, the walking and such, which we all know from what we've seen on TV, or if you've seen it personally, what those have all ended up as.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just reminding everyone of all the crazy peaceful protests that have actually happened, and maybe working against them with those commercials. So I just found that to be hilarious. But from all, the only things that I'm hearing and what I'm personally seeing, since we are a ballot collection site at my work, I'm a lot of Trump supporters. And I know actually our area is actually predominantly Democrat. So to see people coming in, they have their Trump hat on, they have their Trump shirt on, they've got flags with them, they're rolling up in cars with bumper stickers for Trump, they have their big Trump flags, they have their support police flags. Everyone that's coming by has been for Trump. And so I'm like, okay, that's interesting considering our area is highly Democratic, or highly Democrat. So
do you see that in Nevada? Do you see many Biden supporters, or is it just Trump supporters and Trump haters?
Fucking dude, it's, for me, I think it's all extremely lame if you're wearing like somebody else's name on your shirt or hat and it's like a politician. Like, I think you really might want to evaluate like how uncool you've become, no matter who it fucking is.
But bumper stickers.
You don't think it's right to support your candidate?
These are the same nitwits that have like Ross Perot stickers on their car from like 1996, and they just never took their bumper sticker off.
Well, yeah, that's probabody because they had a fucking '89 Corolla.
No, it's because it's on there and they can't get it off.
Well, I paint it. I don't fucking know. And what I'm trying to say is, do I see more or less? You know what I see? A bunch of dweebs. I'm like, you guys get an identity. Don't fucking base your identity off of some figurehead puppet dude that's talking.
Here, so
like,
what's funny is out here, you predominantly see the Trump supporters, and this makes it sound bad, but you predominantly see them with their big lifted trucks, the huge flags, like flagpoles.
Same thing in Nevada. You see a lot of like Trump supporters, like, oh, my dead body, god dang it.
Hilarious. As I'm driving home from work the other day, I see this little like lowered Nissan, I don't know what the two-door
240 300F.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
Just speeding past me, Trump bumper sticker. And it was just funny seeing that because, the type of vehicle, I'm like, oh, I'm not used to seeing on like one of those kind of cars.
Yeah.
Cool.
The reason why I asked,
run around and just slap stickers on people's cars, and then they could get annoyed about it like the next day. Like, I should put a sticker on somebody's car that says like, this sticker doesn't belong here.
No, what you should do is you should go to like Coachella or any of these like super hippie things and just take a bunch of Trump stickers and stick them on random cars and then see those people get like beat the shit out of those cars later because they're triggered and they hate it.
No, just stick them on people.
Yeah, well, because they're on drugs, so they don't remember it.
Yeah, I mean, for you, that could be basically like putting pasties on girls.
They're like, why did I get punched in the face? Oh.
Well, Dan, you could just apply pasties.
The reason why I asked that is because it's been a subconscious thing that I've seen. It's only like Trump support, Trump hate, not Trump support, Biden support.
No, I don't see any Biden support.
You know what I mean? Like it's hard.
You're right. I see that a little more. It's like, I see people like either for or against the dude, but I don't see a whole lot of people being for or against Biden.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
Like, it's very weird because, I mean, when there was Obama and Romney, Romney obviously didn't have as much pull as Obama did, but there was still Obama support and Romney support. You know what I mean?
Still saw the stickers, the everything.
It's just crazy the way everything is. Obviously, my prediction with all this is Trump's going to win and Biden's going to shit his pants live on TV and say the N-word. I think Biden's going to say the N-word. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen
at the same time.
What if he shits and that's the first involuntary noise that comes out of his mouth?
Or what if he really says something that puts his foot in his mouth where it's something like, his whole big thing with like, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, what if he's like, well, guess you all white or something?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, like saying things like they're going to put you back in chains. Oh, wait, he already said that. But anyways. Did you like what you just saw? Or are you horribly triggered by it and you hate us as people and you want to go on Twitter and share our YouTube channel? Subscribe right there.
And if you want to get triggered even more, right here. 2 more.
One there
right
and one there. Just do it, you snowflake.